Okay, so now let's talk about the market that we don't usually talk about, which is the unlisted securities market. We know that at some point, equities listed on the Nigerian exchange are sometimes, when they make a delisting on the NGX, they make a listing on the NASD OTC. That's where some securities are traded there. So we'll be talking about the developments, the latest developments there, and how the month of July has been for the market, as well as what to expect for the month of August. And we have the Managing Director of the NASD OTC, Mr. Ewerekide Longe, to give us details about that and what to expect for the market in the coming days. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Longe.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so now, as of yesterday, I saw that the NASD OTC markets capitalization closed for Wednesday's trading session at 2.15 billion naira, and then we've seen a bit of improvement in the activities. But can you give us more details about the performance of the NASD OTC market within the month of July, which is just about to end?
Okay, the month of, I think at the beginning of July, the NASD OTC market was below 2 trillion. It's gone above 2 trillion now. There's been some interesting market activity. And the last week it has paired somewhat, but it's also had a positive growth significantly this year. We see a lot of trades coming in from different sectors, from the oil and gas sector, from the consumer goods sector, and then we've also seen companies on the, I would say, financial technology sector. So there's been quite a lot of activity on the NASD OTC exchange. But one thing, you always introduce the NASD OTC exchange as an exchange that we hardly talk about. Well, I guess you begin to talk about it some more because what we're doing is diversifying a lot of our activity. Just yesterday, we had a conference on solid minerals and financing of solid minerals from the capital markets, and it was attended by a representative of the minister. And this is a series, and we're doing this in collaboration with an institution called the Solid Minerals Development Fund. So there are quite a lot of things happening on NASD, not just the OTC trading exchange.
Okay, so I'm glad you mentioned that lots of activities going on, because earlier this week, when we started the trading week, we had the news that MRS, which is one of the oil companies listed on the NGX, will be delisting from that market. Its shares have been placed on suspension, and then we'll be making a crossover. So we'll be having an August visitor in August for the NASD. Now, can you tell us more about this listing and other expected listings within the markets?
Okay, so MRS has approached NASD and it's finalizing its admission to the exchange, full admission to the exchange. So all its shares will be dematerialized on NASD, and so the shareholders of NASD will be able to trade their shares, of MRS, will be able to trade their shares on NASD fully. It's approximately 311 million shares at 149.5, adding about 47 billion to the market capitalization of NASD. And we've seen quite a number of additions to our market this year. We've seen InfraCredit, we've seen Great Nigeria, we've seen Paintcom. There's been quite a bit, and then we are also doing a bit in the commercial paper market. And we are, as we have always said, we are pushing the digital securities market. The engagement with SMDF is really digital securities play, because the solid minerals development will be resourced by innovation and I would say new technology, mostly on blockchain.
Mr. Longe, I'm sure that you have lots of optimistic expectations for the markets, but unfortunately, time is not too much on our side. But I'm sure the month of August is going to start well, just as we also expect that the month of July will end well for the market. Thank you so much for your time on the show.
Thank you.